What's up, rattlers? What's shaking? How is everyone? How's your soul? How was your weekend? Were you rattled by anything? Did you purge? Did you let go of whatever no longer served your beautiful soul? Well, hello, and welcome to Pit ER. This is all about energy release. This is all about good vibes. And this is our rave. This is where we can be expressive. And I believe movement is medicine, issues are in the tissues. And hello, I am Doc Rattle. How are you? How are my soldiers? How is your soul? Is anything heavy on your heart? And this is a safe container, which means we are all about good energy here. Trying to fix or throwing projections, they will be ignored. I repeat, projections will be ignored because I just don't have time for that anymore. And if you're vibing with this soul medicine, consider becoming part of the fam. So, the question was, what is heavy on your heart? And this past weekend, my heart has been heavy. And damn, it's challenging. And I never really understood that we, or myself, was in a battle zone, a battle war. And it's interesting how everything has just started to align, meaning I used to watch this movie actually, G.I. Joe. Or was it G.I. Joe? It was Toy Soldiers. There it was, when I was a kid. And I used to be so fascinated with it. And then my grandpa, he was in war. And I never thought about it, just kind of like moved on. And when my dad passed, he left me his condo, and inside the condo were these two lamps that my grandfather had, and I believe it was from Japan. So my dad was an army brat, I think that's what you call him, just always traveling, always going school to school, and I never really put two and two together. I think that's part of it, being on the unknown. You really don't know how the journey is all going to come together. So just little sprinkles of data. My partner would be like, what was it? What would my partner say? I don't know, about a month ago, we put the lights up that was in my dad's house, and we were talking about the war, and more stuff about war have been just, what's the word I'm looking for? Just elevating. My name is Christian, and I am in the U.S. military. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you. It's beautiful. Thank you for serving. I'm sure that can be an interesting job. I can't imagine that. So thank you. So, yeah, I guess being around the army and war has always really been in my field. And God, even thinking about now, back to my history class, what was my teacher's name? Mr. Kurt? Oh, God. Mr. Kurt. He would pile homework on us. Come on, buddy. But I really did like history class, and I remember learning about Pearl Harbor, and I remember when I was in Hawaii a month or so ago, I thought, man, it'd be really cool just to be and that, not cool, but just to be in that experiment and that energy, because you learn about it in school and you see the movies, but just to be in that energy. I'd heard when you are at the Pearl Harbor, the energy there is just so heightened, which it makes sense. Huh, buddy? Yeah. Oh, there. But more importantly, I have learned that I have been at war with myself, with my thoughts, and it's like a battlefield, especially when you go on live. And my brain hasn't been able to commute with the energy that is thrown at me because it's not normal. Just showing up raw in the real world, and if someone asks you a low projection, it's not a screen that's protecting you. And I'm witnessing more and more how deep the war is getting. And I call that the Venom War. And I've been quiet. I have just sat back, watched. And the reality is, I can't watch anymore. I can't watch and act like this is normal. You go to express yourself, and the first thing you're getting are these random ass questions that don't even align to what you're even saying. So, I have a heavy heart. I had a very challenging weekend. And if there are any parents that are watching, or step parents, maybe this will align with you. And if you're vibing with this energy, dogs are, consider becoming a soldier rattler. Let me put the dogs out. Come on, let's get in your house. Okay. Come on, buddy. Venom called me fat. Do I look fat? Takes one to know one. I don't think I look fat. I think an introduction is very powerful. Like I said, I've been a busy boy this weekend. The Venom Warzone 1989. Venom Warzone 1989 is not just a name, it's the battlefield we have always been in. 1989 is my birth year, the code, my seal. It marks the time I entered this battlefield. A world that is beautiful, yes, but poisoned by low vibrations, projections, and suppression. From schools to homes, from workplace to social media, war has always been here. Sometimes it looks like bombs, sometimes it looks like words, sometimes it looks like silence, but it is war all the time. Hi, Dean, how are you? The present day connection. We are no longer pretending peace exists. We see the venom everywhere, in our homes, in our schools, in our feeds. We live in a world where children joke about selling their own bodies online, where partners numb with food and scrolling, where people suppress their truth until it leaks as rage. The present, I read that. But here's the shift. The antidote exists. Rattle XR Drip is not a product. It's a prescription. It's a movement, sweat, breath, expression. It is the PIT ER protocol. We are purging suppressed energy and rewiring the spirit. It is where we transform invisible ghosts into fuel, where we shed layers until the inner child is free again. The mission today. Venom Warzone 1989 is the case file. Doc Rattle is the surgeon on call. Rattle XR Drip is the antidote. We are soldiers in the pit, moving in raw truth, carrying the medicine that suppression cannot survive. And every dose, every stomp, every purge is proof. Movement is medicine. Issues are in the tissues. Suppression has no power here. Now, I think that's very powerful. I didn't recognize we were in a war zone, but it makes sense. Came prepared, rattlers. Now, I think we need to baptize this bitch. So let's baptize it. I now call in my highest self, my guides, and my galactic soul family. I ask Archangel Michael to stand behind me, sword of truth in hand. I call on my father, my bloodline, all my ancestors walking in love. Stand with me now. This pit is sacred. This rattle is medicine. I'm not performing, I am remembering. I'm not here for claps. I'm here to collapse illusions. I do not move for show. I move to purge, pray, and protect. I now place a 6D firewall of love, light, clarity around this live space. No projection, no venom, no false frequency may pass through this shield. Only love, only truth, only freedom. If it's not aligned, it shall be silenced. To all beings, watchers or listening, seen or unseen, I bless your soul. But you do not own this frequency. You may witness, you may rise, you may heal, but you may not harm. This live is a vortex of God. The body is a portal of remembrance. The voice is not mine alone. It is the voice of the unshaken, the wild ones, the ancestors, and the children yet to come. I am sealed, I am safe, I am seen by source. This is my medicine, this is my pit. I am Doc Rattle, and I am protected. It's interesting that you even have to say that, but again, boundaries are very important, because if projection comes in, now we know it's just disrespect. Now, Rattle ER, check. How are my soldiers? How is your soul? What has been heavy on your heart? Carson's here. Carl too. How are you? Thank you for being here. Oops. My check-in, my 2-word check-in is um my 2-word check-in would be, how am I feeling today? Um I don't know, I guess I'm feeling on edge a little bit. I don't. That's not a good check-in. Let me see. My 2 words would describe how am I feeling. Nervous. Um, yeah, nervous. And then will be another word. How am I feeling right now in my body? Um, I guess excitement. I guess I know, nervous and excitement. Yes, I'm nervous every time I put myself out there. Is nerve-wracking, especially when you are someone that likes to vibrate at a high frequency. What I mean by high frequency is you wake up, oh, it's another beautiful day to be alive. Oh, I love my life, or I love my body, or I'm grateful for the things that I have. That's like high vibration, like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. And no, I have this, I don't even drink coffee. It's just my natural energy, which we all have within us. But mine wasn't buried. But anyway, so it is nerve-wracking when you put yourself out there. Um, and it's just disrespect. So again, people are asking, is that your real hair? And blah, 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 blah. And my question is, Venom, are you really asking that question? Are you really asking me that? Because what if I had cancer? Then what? What if I type, oh, actually, yeah, I was diagnosed with cancer. And do you actually know, Venom, there are people that have chemo. There are people that have cancer. There are people that lose their hair. And what really, really irked my soul was I didn't really understand what trolls were, and I didn't actually understand that people are paid to say hurtful things to people. That's sick. So blood pressure, the heart. Let me back up a little bit. In healthcare, in the medical world, you can't just give a medication. And let's just use blood pressure for instance. Beta blockers. Okay, let's just say you have a patient and they have to take blood pressure meds. Well, you have to check their blood pressure, right? You can't just give a med without checking their vitals. And I have to train my brain. Like, I have to make sure we are in the right frequency field, the vitals are good before I start purging my body, because of course I'm going to get, what the fuck, and blah, 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 what are you doing? And so let's check the vitals first. And no, these vitals are not the type of vitals that you are scrambling around trying to find vital carts. Like, that's healthcare. No, these are different vitals. I'm asking, how's your soul doing? No of these like low vibrational questions like, how are you? Do you really want to know how I am? I am upset. I am angry. I am hurting. I am disappointed in the systems. That's how I'm doing. And that's just a little sprinkle of how I'm feeling internally. So let's break down the blood pressure, the heart. Is your chest heavy? Are you carrying grief, heartbreak, shame, or not good enough? Or is it physical? Excess weight pressing on your heart? Is it the jitter from the caffeine and stimulants, or calm from love and breath? Pulse, the love current. Are you connected, feeling loved, feeling seen, or disconnected, isolated, cut off from source? So I guess I'll answer these questions in my own way. Let's see. I say that my heart is feeling heavy. Suppression is real. it's shocking that it has been so like swept underneath the rug. It's just not even funny. And what I mean by suppression is something so simple, like you're driving and someone cuts you off, or you were at a stoplight and you didn't know the light turned green and someone honks the horn at you and you're like, what? And then that suppression could be like, what is their problem, or what did I do wrong? And you could carry that, right? That's just a little baby suppression. Let's go a little bit deeper, because we are soldiers here and we are surgeons of our own body. Let's go a bit deeper. Let's have a little bit of a deeper cut. Let's see. Okay, here's one. Let's just say you've been busting your ass at work and you really wanted the employee of the month. The meeting comes and you didn't get employee of the month. And maybe you're telling yourself, God damn it, what are they doing that I'm not doing? Or they were late and I'm always on time. How do they get employee of the month and I didn't get employee of the month? Am I not good enough? Then the venom starts to creep in. Let's go a little bit deeper. Let's just say, ooh, here's a good one. Let's say you're getting ready for a date. And this is a true story, actually. And you get stood up. Has that ever happened? And by the way, I am dispatching, meaning I am no longer looking at the comments, sending love. I'm in channel mode. So if you've ever been stood up, I have, and it felt horrible. I remember feeling, am I not sexy? Am I not this? Am I not that? Is there someone else? But the energy, the suppression, right? Of me thinking I am not good enough. I am not sexy enough. I am not fit enough. I am not rich enough. Blah, 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 blah. All of these stories start to play in the back of my brain. And if I don't release that, I can carry that for years, decades, until the day that I die. And if I don't have the right understanding that, okay, it has nothing to do with me, or what is it that I need to look in more internally, how do I release it out of my body? Well, at that time when I got stood up, I was running every day, I was moving my body every day, so it really didn't faze me because I just shook it off like dogs shake off their energy. So that can be another way of suppression. Or let's get into the creative aspect. Let's say you were a singer, and let's say you were so excited, you got your family over, your friends, you've been working on this song, and you're ready. Like, okay guys, I've been working on this song, I really want to sing it to you. And maybe in the audience you had a older brother or a younger sister. These are just examples, and they said, your song sucks. Ooh. How does that feel in the nervous system when someone says that you suck at something? It doesn't feel good in my body. I can only imagine what it feels in someone else's. Especially not knowing the person, not knowing the data, not knowing all the suppression that they could be already carrying. So when you tell someone that they suck, what do you think that does to the body? Especially if you're not using the right coping skills. Coping skills would be like going for a walk, drinking water, writing down that I don't suck. Those projections are not mine. Move your body. Move your body. Purge is what we do here. We purge it. And what is purge? It's raw, it's expressive, it's like vomit to people that don't understand movement when it's not rehearsed. It's my inner child being free. That's what it is. So let's go a little bit deeper with suppression. Let's just say you were traumatized at a very young age. Let's just say you witness your mom get abused. And as a kid, not really understanding what you're witnessing, and you start to absorb it. You start to think, is this normal behavior? Or how do I feel good within my body? Well, for me, what happened was that was part of my trauma. Witnessing, especially at a very young age, violence. So I have been in a war for a very long time, not even recognizing it. I feel like if we are on this planet, we are in fucking war. I mean, let's go deeper with suppression. I'm getting goosebumps. Look at my arms. I'm on to something. Oh, oh, look at it. Suppression can be something like, they don't like me. So I gotta change this, change this, change this, change that, change this, change that. For approval. Soldiers, come close. I am in a partnership with someone that has suppressed for years. You know what I had to do this morning? I had to hold a safe container for an hour and listen to my partner cry and cry and cry. And you know how hard that is? I'm getting goosebumps again. So my heart is heavy. Seeing someone that I love and just let it all out, all that suppression of trying to be perfect, trying to be the best for X and Y and Z. But then you're looking at yourself and you're like, fuck, dude, I'm a fucking mess. How can I be my best for X, Y, and Z? And I'm not even my best internally. This is why I say, do what you love. Whatever that is, if it's drawing, go draw. Whatever it is to allow your inner child to come free, you turn off the autopilot, you turn off the ego. So yes, my heart is heavy. My pulse is shaky. Like when my partner gets like that, I'm just like, ooh. One, it's like, I don't want to say walking on eggshells, but it's like, it's not fun energy to be around. I mean, can you imagine just someone so uptight? And so I'm like jittery, not from caffeine, but just like inks. Because I love deeply, and it's not easy to see my partner going in that space, and my partner, how can I say this? My partner likes to do this: eat, scroll, not move the body, and I am trying just to be the best that I can be by leading by example. So we're on this 90-day challenge where I said, okay, no sugar, like no processed sugar, no junk food, because for me, I don't like to eat it, but okay, once in a blue moon, I might have a donut or whatever, chips. But here's the thing, I move my body. I work out, I move. My partner, especially if suppression is starting to take over, they don't, my partner will stay on the couch, scroll on Facebook, and it just, it paralyzes me. So are you connected? Am I connected to myself? Yes, I am. Do I feel loved? Yes. I think for me personally, I have to love myself. My motto is, if I don't love myself, how can I love anyone else? So that's why I have been doing so much shadow work. Still to this very day. It's a continuous thing. You have to continuously work on yourself. Do I feel connected to source? Yes, I do. I mean, when I get goosebumps, that tells me my intuition is spot on. It tells me that I'm very connected to God, to source, to energy, and it feels channeled. Like when I channel energy, that's what I get a lot, especially when I'm moving my body on the purge box. Bullet point number 3. Pause is your connection to the collective. Soldiers don't march alone. So, especially for my men, getting on that purge box, I call it the burn box. It's not easy. However, I believe by doing that, the energy can spread out for someone to maybe feel it and give them permission. Okay, if Doc Rattle can do it, get on the purge box and just move. If I can do it, I can let go. I have permission here to do that. Heart rate is the next vital. Movement check. Are you stagnant? Scrolling, binge watching, laying too long? Or are you walking, rattling, sweating, dancing to your favorite song? Heart rate. How is your heart rate? How is my heart rate, Dr. Rattle, how is your heart rate? Let's see my heart rate. It's good. I moved my body. I went to see my trainer this morning. Didn't purge this morning, but I will be purging tonight. Trust and believe. It's been a weekend. I still need to go for my run a little bit later. So yes, I am moving my body. Binge watch. I don't really like TV, so I don't really binge watch. And scrolling, absolutely not. That gives me a headache. Am I moving to my favorite song? Did I move to my favorite song this morning? Not yet, but I will. All right. Or do you have a sluggish heart, stuck energy, a steady beat? Does anyone have any stuck energy? Do I have any stuck energy? Yes. 3.5 years worth, and maybe more. But it feels good to get it out. Oxygen. Breath of life. Are you breathing in positive vibes? Community, source energy, or inhaling toxicity, projections, judgment, venom energy. Since we're talking about oxygen, if anyone's ever worked in healthcare, and if you know what PPE, or if anyone, let's go back to COVID. I think COVID is a really powerful moment to hound on. COVID, they were all about the face mask, right? We don't want any germs. I get it. And I don't want to catch venom. So, projections. I love you from afar, but I am no longer breathing in your toxicity because it's effing toxic. Temperature. Nervous system. Are you numb and cold? Disconnected? Or overheated and burning? Stressed, anger, inflamed? How am I feeling? How's my temp? It is hot. I am sweaty. It's humid today, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm hot. I'm going to jump in the cold plunge. But I'm a little sweaty. But besides that, I feel good. I don't feel disconnected. I feel very connected. And number 6, and I think this is one of my favorite I don't call them vital checks, soul checks. Your inner child. Ooh, your little soldier. How is your little soldier today? When did you last let them create, play, or express? Are they locked in a cage of judgment or free to laugh, dance, cry, move? This is the most important vital of all, because when your inner child is alive, the soldier is unstoppable. Now, the mission code 44. 44 to me is an angel number, and it means guardians, protection, angels. Filed by Doc Rattle, Soul Surgeon, Pit ER. Create the antidote, unlock the inner child within the avatar, the human body, on planet Earth. Mission briefing. Earth is beautiful, but venom is everywhere. Homes, schools, social media, culture. Peace has always been fragile. Suppression is the silent enemy. The battlefield is not out there. It's in our tissues, in our nervous system, in our soul. Number 2, suppressed energy. Definition. Energy/emotion that is felt but never expressed. Let me read that again for Venom in the back. Come here, Venom. Definition of suppressed energy. Energy/emotion that is felt but never expressed. Symptoms. Stress, pain, anxiety, chronic fatigue, illness, numbness, long-term. Oh shit. I gotta jump in my sharing circle at what time? I have my sharing circle today. Okay, I have to 1:45. Okay. Okay, I'll read this again. Suppressed energy, which means energy, emotion that is felt but never expressed. Symptoms of that could be stress, pain, anxiety, chronic fatigue, illness, numbness, long-term impact, broken relationships, depression, disconnection from self, blocked inner child. The diagnosis code for that is SSR, suppressed spirit rewire. The antidote is Rattle XR Drip. The formula, movement plus breath plus sound plus sweat plus expression. Delivery method, Pit ER, stomping, rattling, breeds flipping, purging, the burn box. Results, energy discharge, soul liberation, nervous system reset. Movement is medicine, issues are in the tissues. Benefits of moving the body, ooh, better sleep, reduce stress and anxiety, pain reduction, improves joints and bones. Ooh, this is 2-page. Oh yeah. Blood sugar control, better heart chambers and blood pressure, boost energy and metabolism, clearer mind and sharper memory. Wow. Improved mood and stronger sex drive, healthy muscles, weight control, and immune boost. So yes, Venom, as you're judging me, what the F is that? I am rewiring my soul, my nervous system. And the affirmation for today's soldiers is, I reclaim my body, my voice, and my medicine. I belong in this circle. Quote, you are never too much. You were just in the wrong room. Ooh, I like that one. So you're loved here, Rattlers. Your inner child is loved here. Now that we got that out, my favorite part is storytelling. So, this weekend was kind of challenging. I have a partner, and my partner has two daughters. One is 16, one is 13. Now, if there's any step parents watching or any parents, maybe this will align and take what resonates. Okay. So, growing up for me was very different how kids are growing up now. And what I mean by that, kids like at my generation, I was born 1989, I'm 35. So we had chores. We didn't have social media like we do now. There wasn't a TikTok, there wasn't Snapchat, Facebook. We would go outside and play for hours, get our feet dirty and get our clothes dirty and build things and eat grass. I mean, I just I just had this such a wild imagination, and thank God that didn't leave me. I mean, just think about it, like the movies that we see. Like the most recent one was Jurassic Park. I saw Jurassic Park. I mean, the imagination to create that didn't come from a little kid, it came from an adult. The new Fantastic, was it Fantastic Four came out a few months ago, or like Avatar. I mean, all of these movies are created from someone that uses their imagination. So my imagination has always been wild and expressive and carefree, and so it's different when I see kids now and all they want to do is just scroll on their social media and junk up the dishes and don't put them up. And I'm like, what in the fuck? What is this? I'm not used to this. Or what are we doing next? What are we doing today? What are we doing? 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 Dad, 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 dad. Where are you? 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 Are you here yet? Are you here yet? Are you here yet? The dopamine is just insane. And I understand part of where they get it from. Look what they're doing most of their day. Scrolling, scrolling, fast dopamine, fast dopamine, fast dopamine. Not only that, why is my stepdaughter 16 drinking fucking Red Bull? Help me understand. Not only gogging down fucking Red Bull or Celsius or what all those freaking drinks are, and on top of that, the coffee. Going to Starbucks and getting a pump of this and a pump of that and a double pump of brown sugar and a double pump of vanilla cream. I'm like, oh God. So, 13-year-old, she's at an age where she doesn't want to be around her parents. And I was never like that when I was a kid. I always loved hanging out with my dad. My mom, not so much. But my dad, yeah. Like, it was cool to hang out with my dad. But now these days, it's like kids don't really want nothing to do with you. They're in their own little world. I get it. But the human body doesn't necessarily understand that. And to me, that is another form of suppression. If you don't get invited to a track meet, and let's just say the other parent does, and then the other parent finds out, how come I wasn't invited to this track meet? I wonder what that does internally into the body. What does that start feeding the nervous system? You're not good enough, you're not important, you're not valued, you're not loved. So I have been getting a little triggered is that I'm not a maid. Um, and so I get it, they leave their pan out here and there, cool. But if it's a continuously thing where they junk up the dishes, they don't clean it up, I wasn't raised like that. Like, you dirty the dish, yeah, you dirty the dish, you put it in the dishwasher, you scrape your plate, like, what? You just, this could be the plate, and they'll just leave it there. All done. Going to my room. Back to this. So, Saturday rolls around, and we go hiking as a fam. Well, the three of us do. The little one stays back, the 13-year-old. And we go to Camelback Mountain, which is brutal, but we did the bitch. And we got shakes, and we get back from the hike. And it wasn't like, one little hike. This was like a 2-hour freaking hike. Like I said, it's brutal. I'm all like slipping down the rocks and shit. But anyway, so we got done with the hike. It was very nice. I'm like, yay, we did something as a family. Yay, how cool. And then as soon as we pull up in the driveway, so what are we doing today? Oops. And I can tell my partner, we're starting to get a little oosa. And then my partner and the oldest stepdaughter, they went to the mall. And it's interesting because back up a little bit, Saturday morning, the 16-year-old had to go somewhere. She's like, okay, when I get back, who wants to go to the mall? Who wants to go shopping? I don't like to window shop, so not me. And then she was like, who wants to drive? And I'm like, girl, you are 16 years old. You have a driver's license. Why don't you like to drive? I remember when I turned 16, you couldn't keep me out the damn car. Freedom. Freedom to drive anywhere you want. But no, it's not like that now. The 16-year-old, God bless her, has a car, and she still wants us to pick her up, take her there, take her there, take her there. It's just interesting. Then, the entitlement of it. So, they went to the mall. I stayed back, and I was just working in the lab. Hint to working on my mission here, getting everything organized, getting the soul medicine organized. I felt like a boss-ass bitch. And it felt good because that motivation, organization, go-getter drive has been in me ever since. But then tragic happened when I lost my dad, and I've been trying to slowly put myself back together. And it's coming, thank God. So they get back from the mall, and I can tell that my partner is agitated. And I didn't really know what the issue was, but the data is this. They go to the mall, the 16-year-old leaves her wallet, and guess who has to pay for the bill? The parent. My partner was not happy about that because the bill somehow turned to $400. So there's that. And my first reaction is, sweetie, why did you do that? Meaning, this would have been a good lesson for the 16-year-old. You gotta be responsible. You can't just leave your wallet. Like you are a driver now. Like what if my partner has something happen and my partner wasn't able to drive and we needed the 16-year-old to drive. But where is her ID? Oh, she left it at home. So if I if I was the parent, right then and there, we're in the line, cashier brings up our stuff. Oh, the total is blah 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 blah. And I've been there. I don't want to say embarrassing. I think it's a human thing where we leave our wallet. Like honestly, I came here this morning and I don't know where the fuck I put my keys. But I have so much going on in my brain, and not only that, I am getting vomited on from suppression from my partner, so I'm just like trying to hold it all together. So later on, because my partner was telling me what happened at the mall, and partner was not happy, and I get it. The goal was not to spend money. The goal was just to go there, let the daughter buy what she needed with her money, with her wallet, and she left her wallet. Okay. So, parent caved in. Okay, I'll pay for it. I get it. But the suppression is building up because it's not okay. The anger is building up in the body because guess who has to hear it? You named it. So yeah, I have to hear it. I have to hold the space, hold the container, and keep my mouth. I hear you. If I'm hearing you right, this is how, like not to give advice, not to give feedback, but just to be in the space. So after that, it just kind of started to build and to build. And so Sunday rolls around, and what did we do on Sunday? Oh, they got into it again. Suppressed energy locked in the body. So the 16-year-old, all she wants to do all day, God love her, is watch Friends on repeat. Like she loves Friends. I like Friends too, but good God. And I remember one day she had us watch Love Island. I thought I was going to literally, I don't know what the fuck I was going to do. I couldn't take it anymore. Love Island? This is what we're coming up with. This is our generation. It's just interesting, Rattlers. It's so interesting, the shows that they're like Jersey Shore. What in God's name is the point of Jersey Shore? And I used to watch it. I used to be obsessed. I remember on was it Tuesday nights or Thursday nights on MTV? I loved Snooki. Snooki was my girl. I remember Sam and Ronnie, their relationship was annoying. Like I remember it all. But looking at it now, my question is, why was I wasting my time watching that stuff? What good does it do to my body? Oh, yeah, cool. Let's get wasted. Let's poison our insides. Oh, yeah. But you know what's interesting? You can see how that poison is aging them. Alcohol is not good for us. So, Sunday rolls around, and I'm like, thank God, like, just the energy is just different when the girls are here, and I don't really know how to engage with them. The 16-year-old, yeah, I can. But the 13-year-old, she's just off in her own little world, and I get it, 13. And so I think it was about around 3 or 4 p.m. yesterday. And normally the girls go back to their moms around 5:30-ish. And the 16-year-old was telling the younger sister, we gotta go, we gotta get ready to go back to mom's. And the little one was like, I don't think we can quite yet because my clothes are not done. My clothes are not done in the dryer. And you know, mom's dryer doesn't work. And if you have kids that like are 16 or 13, yeah, I'm sure they bicker. I mean, I think that's just the norm. But even when my brothers and sisters, and plus I was the oldest, I didn't really bicker with them. I think the age gap is just too different. But if you have a kids that are 13 and 16, it's like right there, right at the neck. So they bicker, you know, they do the sister stuff, but the vibration in the house, we don't say, I hate you. We speak kindly here. So when you have a 13-year-old and a 16-year-old coming here and saying, I hate you, and slamming doors and bitch that, and it's just interesting to watch. And so the little one was like, I thought you said we were leaving to go to mom's at 7. And the 16-year-old was like, no, why would I tell you that? We have to be at mom's at 7. So already the miscommunication. Well, of course, if you're communicating with someone and they're texting or whatever the fuck they're doing, it's like you're not really connecting. So of course things can get missed. But where is the grace? Where is the compassion? So the 16-year-old gets upset. She checks the dryer and she's like, are you not using your brain? Why would you start your laundry 2 hours before you know we have to go to mom's? So just the vibration was already shifting. And I can sense it almost like spider senses. The suppression is boiling like a hot pot, like a hot tea kettle. And then my partner loses their cool, and the 16-year-old now is upset and crying. It's just, oh. And it's interesting because of what's the word I'm looking for? Is it, fuck. Part of channeling and not having like script, like you really have to go in the brain and think of some words that I'm trying to put together. I want to say deflecting. The sister is calling the younger sister, you're not using your brain, you're not using your brain. And I'm thinking to this is my dialogue. I'm like, girl, you went to the mall without your wallet, without any form of identity or cash, and you're 3 years older than your sister. Your sister is in that 13 where she's still in that little safe bubble, but you're getting ready to be 17. You're getting ready to be a senior. So pump the brakes as you're doing this to your little sister. What is it saying internally about you? And speaking of that, there's this girl on TikTok, and I'm pretty sure you may know her, Tyla. I really love her music. I really love her song, Wet. That one's good. Or Is It? That one's good. There's another one she has, Dynamite. That one's good. Some really good songs. And this is why I really feel it's important to be you, not trying to be another creator, not trying to be the next X, Y, and Z. And rumor has it, the energy that's buzzing is that she wants to be the next Rihanna. Maybe, maybe not. But what caught my attention was this. Again, it's social media, so I take it with a grain of salt. But she was literally getting carried out from the club, and she got she got put into the limousine or whatever the freak she was riding in. And this is what's interesting, soldiers, is when they were talking about it, like calling her out, why does she post the picture of Beyonce? passed out. Again, it's like, where do we start taking accountability for our actions? It's always point, 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 point. You have a 16-year-old pointing at a 13-year-old for not using her brain, but yet the 16-year-old wanted to go to the mall, wanted to buy something, but didn't have the money. Well, forgot the money, forgot the wallet. And here we are, kind of the same situation. Venom is involved, of course. I mean, this is what alcohol does to you, makes you pass out. Like, no thanks. And you have to get carried out of a club. I mean, no thanks. But this is the world that we live in. Ooh, yeah, let's party. Let's get carried out. And then what? Then you talk about us that we can't hold our liquor, that we're sloppy, that we're this, that we're that. You see how Venom plays with us? And so the reason why they were saying they think it's a PR stunt, which is even more sickening to my stomach. Like, people have to make up to be drunk to get popularity. I don't understand that. And the reason why they're thinking it's a PR stunt because of where she's from. Her religion, her culture, they don't really get down like that, getting blacked out, and no. So I don't know if it was a PR stunt, rattlers, but the issue is this. Girl, you were carried out, and then you post Beyonce doing that. What is that? It's called suppression. It's called not taking accountability. That's like you getting pulled over